Talk about poor planning on my dad's part. This would have been equivalent to inviting Tony Montana at the height of his cocaine use to Colombia for a week's vacation. The company that my dad and uncle started used to do incentive travel for customers. This year happened to be one of the largest groups they'd taken away. About 230 maniacs. Not only what they call people from Maine, but an apt description for this cast of characters. At the time, Jamaica was known for only three things: marijuana, weed, and ganja. No, wait, three different things: reggae music, ganja, and tourism. This turned out to be one of the absolute best weeks of my life. When we all landed at Kingston at the airport, every one of us, regardless of age, physical condition, or general demeanor, were approached no less than 15 times with the "Man, got some stuff good for the head, man." We all get on a bus and go to the hotel, and we're all assigned baggage handlers to escort us to our room. My brother and I are rooming together, and John, the hotel guy's got our luggage on a cart that looks like it doubles as a housekeeping cart. There's towels and sheets on it. So we get in the elevator, push the button on the floor, doors close, and John's smile comes across his face, and he says, "First time in Jamaica, man?" My brother replies, "Yes." I, on the other hand, burst into the Bob Marley intro from Babylon by bus. "Greetings in the name of His Majesty Selassie I Jah." My brother's head snapped around like it come unattached, amazed by both the quote and the accent. "What the research," I said. You couldn't have applied any of that to the courses you wiped out in last term?" "Oh, okay, easy there, Dad." John pipes in, "Man, got some stuff good for the head, man." As he finishes his sentence, the elevator doors open. John wheels the luggage cart to the room, pops the key in the lock, opens the door, closes behind him, and repeats, "Man, got some stuff good for the head. Dr. John is the best ganja in all of Jamaica, man." Of course, me, "Can we try it before we buy it, man?" He says, "No problem, man. Today in Jamaica, everything is two things. Soon come, man, which means you'll literally die of old age before you ever live to see whatever it is that you ordered. And if you're high by the time it shows up, you don't remember what you ordered anyway. And no problem, man." Again, being baked, you have no idea what there's no problem for. Anyway, John takes our luggage off the cart and then starts to unpack what I thought were housekeeping supplies and turns out to be John's in-house hotel get-baked starter kit. He grabs a towel, rolls it up, places it under the door, takes a bed sheet, opens it full width and length on the floor, and then grabs what I thought was a laundry bag, which turned out to be the largest single container of ganja I've ever seen in my life. He dumps the full bag inside the bed sheet, spreads it out, rolls it up into the world's largest spleef, lights one end and sticks it in my brother's mouth and says, "Try these stuff, man." My brother took a hit, his eyes glazed over, a smile spread across his face from ear to ear, and I watched him float to the top of the ceiling, kind of like a helium balloon. He was just sort of up there floating and smiling. He was always kind of a lightweight when it came to weed. Anyway, I was going to freak out, and John said, "No problem, man," and went over and tied a spool of kite string to my brother's ankles. "Sometimes they drift out the window, man. You try it, man." I took a hit so deep I could feel my toes fill with smoke. And as I was letting it work its magic, there was suddenly a pounding on the hotel room door.
Open this door right now!
The unmistakable voice of my dad thundered. Apparently the towel had not prevented the smoke from leaving the room or entering the hallway. I did one of those cartoon head-snapping, jaw-dropping. John's eyes widened twice the size of mine while my brother just hung out on the ceiling, smiling away. John freaked out even more as the pounding got louder.
Goddamn it, open this door right now!
John turned to me and said, "You must hide me, man. You must hide me. I will lose my job." I must, what? I must hide you? My older brother smoothed his very best Barry White impression from the ceiling.
"Yeah, baby. He said you must hide him, man."
Oh, fuck, right, hide you. Okay, yeah, here, get in the closet. So I put John in the closet, and the last thing I remember seeing was the bed sheet glow red. I figured John would be very safe and very happy in there while I dealt with Dad. So, recapping, my brother is floating on the ceiling, John's in the closet, and the room looks like London on a very foggy day. No way to conceal the smoke or to hide what's going on. I stroll to the front door and try 5 times to open it.
Move the goddamn towel!
Oh, right. Move the towel. Dad storms into the smoke-filled room, slams the door behind
There's a smoking pot in here.
I just looked up at the ceiling and then started babbling. Dad, and then a wave of smoke from the closet hit me that caused my short-term memory to disconnect, and I finished the response with a very honest, what was the question again?
Oh, yeah. Who's been smoking pot in here?
I don't know, ask the kid in the closet. My dad, intrigued and now almost certainly baked for the first time in his life, strolled over to the closet, opened the door, and all he saw were two wide eyes on the lit end of a glowing bed sheet. Spleef? John said, "Please, man, I will lose my job." My dad just caught a waft of the bed sheet and joined my brother up there on the ceiling. When they both came down later, I swear I remember my dad walking down the hall arm in arm with John, and I swear I heard my dad say,
Can you get me the room service menu, man?
and John just said, "No problem, man. Soon come."